This is part 2 of the walkthrough of the Boston University thesis or dissertation submission process using ETD Administrator. Let's quickly look at the thesis details. Title: year completed and year degree or awarded may or may not be different. Choose the right degree and department. Write in your committee chair and committee members. And the subject categories you see here will be from that long list with the 4-digit codes that I showed you before. The keywords are free-form subject keywords. Use whichever ones are appropriate and useful in your field. Paste in the abstract, and please pay attention to special characters, including in this case quotation marks. The formatting hints link has a bunch of useful information on that. Choose your primary language. Okay, here's where you upload the PDF. Ignore this PDF that I uploaded as a test. You can use ProQuest's conversion tool if you still haven't converted your manuscript to PDF, but you don't have to. Please do use the help links on this page to find answers to common questions. The uploader should be self-explanatory. And the good news is, if you see this message, that means your fonts are embedded correctly and your security settings are acceptable. If they're not, you will see an error message, and it will look something like this. Okay. Do you have any copyright permission documents to submit? That means if you are using somebody else's copyright information and enough of it and in such a way that you need permission from them, we assume that you have obtained such permission and will upload it here as proof. Supplemental files. This is where you upload any data or additional images or anything else you would like to file along with your thesis. These files do not have to be PDF. Administrative documents. This is where you upload your embargo request letter if you need to. Notes to administrator, anything you'd like us, either at your school or at the BU libraries, to know as we review your document, please put it here. The next section is about optional paid services. Should you or shouldn't you register copyright? That is entirely up to you. Here's an important thing to understand. You have copyright to your original work, regardless of whether or not you register it. You are protected by applicable copyright laws without registration, in case someone sues you for infringement. However, if you need to take someone else to court for infringement, you can't file suit unless you've registered copyright before the date of their offense. If you do decide to have ProQuest file for copyright on your behalf, that will cost you $55. This is marginally more than what you would pay if you did it yourself, but it's a lot less hassle, and I would say it's worth it. Whatever you decide, so copyright not previously filed, but I don't want you to file for copyright for me. Whatever you decide, this next screen allows you to order hard copies of your work. This is optional and pretty self-explanatory. Then you review your entries, and here's the submit button. After you press it, you'll be directed to the payment page, where you can pay for any optional services you may have purchased. You'll be paying only the ProQuest service fees, not the BU submission fees, which are outlined in the BU Guide for Writers of Theses and Dissertations. The BU fee should be submitted to your school along with the hard copies of your signed approval pages. And that's it. Please let us know if you have questions.